You know, there's three problems with movies nowadays. Problem number one is that everybody's trying to revamp and remake something. Or the infamous live action. Like, what are we, like, make something original, please. Like, the revamp, remake, retelling, live action whole trend is one of the worst things that's happened to the movie industry. It's really lazy and it pisses me off. And one big culprit is Disney. Brother, when I was growing up, Disney was peak. They was dropping banger after banger, Lemonade Mouth, Maleficent, other movies that I don't feel like thinking about right now. They was cooking up. But now they're too scared to do any new movies, so they just do live actions. For instance, the main one I want to talk about, Snow White, actually the inspiration of this video. Brother, I've never seen a live action movie worse than this one. But in my opinion, Snow White is everything wrong with movies nowadays. And let me explain this. See, in the original Snow White, right? The whole premise of the movie is about a girl that had beef with her stepmom because the stepmom wanted to be prettier than her. But her little mirror gadget told her, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Snow White low-key looks better than you. Actually, it's not low-key. She's for sure the fairest in the land. What the fuck? So the queen banishes this. I'm gonna just go with it. So the queen banishes Snow White to the wilderness, whatever, blah, blah, blah. She meets 7 dwarves and they become friends. And after that, I'm pretty sure she meets the prince for a little bit in the wilderness. They fall in love. But one thing leads to another. An old evil witch gave her an apple and she decides to eat it like an actual stupid fucking dumbass. And then she went into a deep sleep. The 7 Nigglets low-key peeped this and they was like, oh, we gotta save her. So they went to find the prince, made him kiss her. She went from dead to alive. They have a whole love scene. And then the prince and the 7 dwarves went to go slide on the witch or queen or whatever. They get back, they have a big party or whatever, and they live happily ever after. The end, right? But since it's such a historical film and such an important film in Disney history, you would think they would honor the source material and truly give it their all when they made this live action. Well, obviously they fucking didn't. You see, Disney's seen this beautiful story, quote unquote, looked at it and said, I don't really like it. It's kind of misogynistic. But here's what I seem to not understand about this whole situation. If you didn't like how the story was originally, why would you redo it? Like, they completely changed every single aspect that people loved about this film. Instead of a prince saving Snow White, they made the guy a thief. Why would a princess fall in love with a thief? This is not Aladdin. And even in Aladdin, brother knew he had to get his drip up, bro. Like, there is no way he was finna pull a queen looking like a bum. And then also, why is the queen Gal Gadot? Like, honestly, I feel like appearance-wise, great casting. But she can't act. And this is a very well-known thing. I mean, just watch Wonder Woman.
Kal-El, no.
Kal-El, no.
And then even Snow White herself was a bad casting. And it wasn't even for her acting. I actually think Rachel Zegler, whatever her name is actually a pretty good actor. She was actually pretty good in this film. But here's the problem. She doesn't even like Snow White. Like, she's publicly stated that she thinks the whole story is very misogynistic, outdated, and it's just overall not as good as she would like it. She literally gets visually disgusted whenever she talks about this film. Which, again, if you don't like the film, that's purely okay. But why would you play the role? This is Disney we're talking about. This is not no indie production. They could have got somebody else. You didn't have to play this role. But I'm gonna play you this clip, and I'm gonna tell you why she said this publicly.
The cartoon was made 85 years ago. And therefore, it's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power. It became about the fairest of them all, meaning who is the most just.
She thinks Snow White is misogynistic, so she wanted to rewrite the story. Which, again, I've been saying it this whole video. Nothing wrong with that. But why would you remake Snow White? Snow White is a story made in the 1920s. Why are y'all expecting them not to be misogynistic, bro? They were 60 years away from slavery, bro. These aren't the best people of character. But originality is being missed in movies. That's why Sinners did so good. We should stop at number 2, originality. See, Sinners is everything right with movies, in my opinion. If you don't know what this movie is, it's a movie starring Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld, made by Ryan Coogler, and it's one of the best movies I've ever watched. And here's why. It was different. That's it. The vibe, the atmosphere, the setting, the actors, everything was different. And even if there was familiar faces, they played their roles so well that I literally forgot they were acting. Michael B. Jordan literally played 2 characters in this movie. And about halfway in the movie, I forgot it was 2 different people. That's how well he played this role. This movie was just perfection. And you can tell everybody involved in this movie really cared about what they were doing. From the writing to the set designs to the acting to the music made. Like, it was just, there was one scene where it literally took you through the whole history of black music. It was just insane. Like, it's one of the few movies that I've watched where I've really felt the energy of the film in the theater. And the budget was only $90 million compared to Snow White's, I think it's 180 million. Let me check.
12 seconds later.
Yeah, 240 million is crazy. Nah, yo, what? Yo, for this piece of shit? This movie is a statement. It's a statement to Disney, to Marvel, to Fast and Furious, to any movie company that keeps on remaking the same old films. Stop that shit right now because we're tired of it. Make something original, something that takes time, hard work. This movie didn't even take that much time to make. It was just such a good story, such a good vibe, and people actually care about it. You don't gotta do too much nowadays to entertain people, bro. Just make a good quality story that people can be attached to, or just something fun that people can feel a part of, like the Minecraft movie. Which leads me to number 3. Let's have fun with these movies. See, even though Sinners is more of a serious, deep, masterful movie, I feel like society is still missing those fun, energetic, corny but funny movies, which honestly doesn't take itself that serious. Like, I feel like all throughout the 2010s we had movies like that, like those comedy movies by Jack Black, Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler, those type of movies. I feel like society's missing those movies weren't meant to be taken serious. The budget probably wasn't even that crazy, but they were good fun movies to be a part of, you know, the grown-ups of the world, stuff like that. And I feel like the Minecraft movie kind of brought that back. It didn't take itself serious. It didn't try to be the best production cost. It was just a good fun movie. I mean, there was a whole trend where people threw their popcorn in the air because of a chicken jockey joke, which I don't get at all because I don't play Minecraft. And the whole vibe of the rollout of this movie was just fun. Kind of reminded me of the Minion movie a couple years back, which in my opinion was probably one of the best movie rollouts in the history. I mean, people were coming out wearing suits to the movie theater. Grown-ass adults dressing crazy just to see a movie that's for kids. But it just built around to the hype of it. The Minions movie didn't take itself serious. It was just good fun and people loved it because it knew what it was. See, this and Sinners is what we need in Hollywood right now. Either a deep original film or just good fun. It isn't that complicated. But what we don't need is revamps, because you see Disney falling off with this. You see Marvel trying to do this same thing with the whole superhero story, bro. It should have ended after Infinity War. I'm sorry, because this next phase is just not hitting and nobody cares about it. And if you do try to do revamps, at least do it right, like DC is doing right now. I mean, that new Batman movie was peak, but it was peak because they really stayed true to what they loved. You could tell everybody loved what they were doing in the movie. They went all out. But this little revamp, being progressive bullshit that some of these movies are trying to do, stop it. Because nobody likes it. Just make good movies and appeal to your audience in the right way. Honestly, if these companies fix that, I feel like the problem with movies will be solved. But you know what's another big problem? You're not following my Twitch. Go follow my Twitch. I stream every single day. I'm streaming right now, so go follow it. All my clips from my Twitch are in my reaction channel, so tap into that. If you want to interact with me, the Discord is the best way. Stay blessed. Thank you and goodbye. God love you. Yeshua love you. I love you.